Pennsylvania has a problem. The state relies heavily on local property taxes to fund its public schools, creating wide gaps in opportunities between wealthy and poor communities. Students at Steele Elementary in Philadelphia are well aware of the needs of their school.
Since this is a middle school, why don't they have lockers? We need lockers. When I first got into school, I really thought they were gonna have lockers. I thought the school was gonna make me feel like I was actually in 7th grade, but it made me feel like I was back in elementary.
I think they need mirrors. We don't have mirrors.
No, we do have mirrors, but it's inside the stall.
It's only one, right?
Yeah.
It's only one.
And every girl's like, oh, it's always going in that one stall.
Right, like we want to see our hair, we want to see all stuff like.
I think they need funding because more funding is more opportunities that you can have because there's not really a lot of opportunities at the school.
The disparities between the haves and have-nots were so obvious and so widespread that 6 school districts banded together to sue the state in 2014, claiming its funding system was discriminatory.
But I really love my Eagles. Eagles is my team every day. Here go my 2 sons. Okay, Skylar and Simeon, and they're working hard on our Father's Day gifts. I'm one of the plaintiffs on the William Penn School District versus the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I am one of 6 parents, the NAACP school districts from across the state that joined together to sit there and say, look, state, what you are doing is wrong. The way you're funding our schools is wrong and is not helping us. Our schools need more resources, and it starts with the money. I started this lawsuit when I lived on the 13th floor of a high-rise apartment building in North Philly.
Sheila was a community organizer well before the lawsuit was filed. In 2023, she saw her advocacy pay off when
Pennsylvania's school funding system violates the state constitution. That is the ruling of a Commonwealth Court judge who found that the system lacks the resources to adequately educate all students.
A judge ruled yesterday that the state's system of funding public schools falls short and has not fulfilled its constitutional obligations to students in the poorest school districts. The ruling does not tell the legislature how to distribute the state aid. The decision left to the governor, lawmakers, and school districts. The Public Interest Law Center and the Education Law Center represented the plaintiffs.
This is so much bigger than the state of Pennsylvania. Our children deserve a great education regardless of where they live at in this country.
though the case was won, for Pennsylvania's students, parents, and teachers, the work continues.
Nobody can fight harder than a parent. Us parents, we can make the change and the difference. And we will make the change and the difference at Still because we're willing to do the work. We need input from everyone. And we need input from everyone so we can take a holistic approach to making sure that this is not one of those schools where it's constantly going below average.
Because while they wait for the legislature, it's up to the community to meet the needs of their students.
You can see the impact that something like a little paint job can make so different. The art teacher made 2 murals. This is all her own funding. This was her own money. So it's nice that you have people that care. It's just a little bit of extra help for like resources, and that's all we ask for.
So here it is, got thrown in my lap that I am the PTA president at this school and my school gets shut down. I didn't know nothing about nothing. This lawsuit took 9 years. Wow. So these Supreme Court cases that we be fighting for our civil rights, everything, this stuff takes that long, okay? 9 years from the time they shut our school down to now. And we just won in March. I'm still fighting, I'm still battling. All I do is just organize and got better. I'm a little polished now, but I like being on the ground in my community. I come into the community, I want to know, what do y'all want to know? What do y'all need? So I know what to fight for.
My favorite was this one. Because when I started here, that was Kori in here and Kayla. It's like, I like Marley's part because I was with my friends.
Oh yeah, my favorite one was actually painting this. Well, it was like the wall was actually really fun and really simple.